The original Splitgate combined ideas from Halo and Portal, making it a unique multiplayer shooter where portals were used as the key to winning a game. However, after a strong start, the game saw a big drop in players, so the developers at 1047 Games decided to make a new version, which the alpha has just been released for, Splitgate 2. In Splitgate 2, portals are still important, but they are no longer the main focus. The game has added factions, which are groups with special abilities that change how you play the game. First up, we have Eros. This faction is all about speed. The special ability Rush makes them move faster, reload quicker, and also boost their health. Their team trait reduces the cooldown time for abilities, which means they can use their powers more often. Then we have Meridian. Meridian players use energy weapons and can heal their teammates. The Hypersight ability lets them see enemies through walls and has a very wide range. Their Wellness trait helps their team heal faster. And finally we have Sabrask, who are players that are slower but use more traditional weapons like rifles. They have a transparent barrier that they can shoot through, but enemies can't shoot back at them, and their team trait gives everyone more ammo when they respawn. So each faction has its unique features, but they don't completely change the game. Instead, they offer different strategies and playstyles. For example, Eros players can be more aggressive, while Meridian players can focus on support. Once again, Splitgate 2 still feels like Halo in terms of the weapon choices, which include assault rifles, shotguns, SMGs. There are also powerful weapons that appear on the map, like stronger assault rifles and a rocket launcher. The game is faster paced with quicker combat, so you need to be good at aiming while moving fast. One key difference and major difference in Splitgate 2 compared to other shooter games are that the weapons are equally as accurate whether you're aiming down sights or if you're descoping, and if you're moving quickly or slowly. Unlike many other shooters where aiming down the sights makes the weapon more accurate, in Splitgate 2 it just zooms in on the target without improving the accuracy. Again, in other shooters when you're crouching or prone, your accuracy usually increases. In Splitgate 2, the accuracy is the same no matter how fast you're going or how much you've zoomed in. So players who are good at tracking their targets while moving or shooting from a distance will have an advantage. There's also new abilities and gadgets. Each faction has its own gadgets. For example, Eros players can use a shock disc to stun enemies or close portals. Meridian players have a time dome that speeds up time for them and their allies, but slows it down for enemies. Sabrask players can deploy a transparent shield that blocks enemy fire but allows them to shoot through it, as I mentioned earlier. And a staple feature from Splitgate 1's mode Takedown has been added to the core gameplay now. In Splitgate 2, when you die, you have to wait to respawn, much like you did previously, and in many other games. However, the wait time starts at 5 seconds, but increases up to 20 as the match goes on. However, if your teammates get kills, they can reduce your respawn time by 3 seconds for each enemy they eliminate. And the game modes, for now, Team Deathmatch is played for 5 rounds, with each being the first to get 15 kills. So very different to traditional shooter games and Team Deathmatch as a whole. Rather than the score to win being the usual 40, 50, 100, it's 15 and there's 5 rounds of this. And then the other mode right now is called Hot Zone, similar to King of the Hill, also played in 5 rounds, with the first team to capture 2 different hill areas winning each round. Round-based modes are prominent in Splitgate 2, as then you can change your faction each round. So that's a basic rundown of what I've gathered so far. Splitgate 2 builds on the original by adding some new features and improving the gameplay. While it's not entirely focused on the portals anymore to make the onboarding process for new players easier, the factions and game mechanics do make it more complete and exciting. When it fully launches in 2025, it could become one of the best first-person shooters out there if they do it correctly. I personally am not a huge fan of hero or faction or class-based shooters, but so far with the gameplay I've seen from Splitgate 2, I'm pleasantly surprised. Just a reminder, the alpha for Splitgate 2 begins for everyone on the 21st of August, so make sure to hop in and play it for yourself.